Well, hello and welcome to the financial aid presentation for Preview Days at Johnson University. I hope you are just as excited as I am about going on this journey through financial aid. I hope that by the end of this presentation, you will be more excited than you are now. You will feel more equipped to go on this journey, and you will understand some of the foundational principles that are going to make a massive difference on the cost that you pay for college and Johnson specifically. So I do want to address one key thing as we go through this presentation that's very important, and that is the opportunity to get someone live on the lines to help you. So at any time, whenever you're viewing this presentation, take a moment to pull out your cell phone and text 865-270-5144 so that we can be sure to continue to answer any questions that you might have as you're going through this presentation or that you may think of after the presentation's done. I find that sometimes those moments of self-reflection after I've listened to something are often when I think of those questions I wish I'd asked. We're still here for you. We're still live, and we'll be at that number to help you every step of the way. So the topic for this presentation is, why is financial aid so complicated? And I'm going to provide you with advice to help you navigate the complicated process to finance your education. But before we ever get to that point, before we ever get to breaking down some of these complex things or appearingly complicated things, I would like to dive into the value for a college education in general. Like, why should you even consider going to college, period? I think the one great statistic to consider as you view the investment of college is the data. When you look at the data shows that the more education you get, the more your earnings will be, and the lower your unemployment rate will be as well. So tangibly, I would say, consider college, consider coming to Johnson, because we're going to prepare you for a career and a profession that really does pay off whenever you look at the data. The other reason why I think you should consider college, and Johnson specifically, is that key faith component that is the backbone of who we are at Johnson University. You see, when students are going to college, there's some research that shows that between 60 and 80% of previously engaged Christian youth become disengaged with their faith as they transition into college. This is such an important time for your student. It's critical, and we want to be a part of that process because Johnson's not like every other college out there. We have Jesus in our mission statement, in our vision statement, and in our core values. It is literally what we're all about at Johnson. Whenever I think about the experience that you'll have when you come to Johnson, I think about serving under the professors that we have. You will not be wasting your life and your time whenever you come to Johnson. Because at Johnson, we're going to partner with you, and we're going to build on the foundation of faith that's already been prevalent in your life so that you can continue serving God now and for the rest of your life. Whenever you look at both the data that reminds you that financially it is tangibly an investment that pays off by coming to college. And when you look at the reality of who Johnson is, I believe that you can see that college is an investment in your future. And I believe that Johnson is specifically an investment of your future. Consider the mission statement of Johnson. I love this. And to be honest, this was one of the big factors in considering my next step professionally. There are always many opportunities out there that we could pursue, but there are limited opportunities to work at a place that has a mission statement that is to educate students for Christian ministries and other strategic vocations, framed by the Great Commission in order to extend the kingdom of God among all nations. I mean, if that doesn't get you excited, I really don't know what will. Because Johnson's so unique, and what we're doing is so unique. And the students we serve are unique and diverse, and we are advancing the kingdom of God in a very diverse way with the many, many majors that you can pursue at Johnson to extend the kingdom of God. And I'm excited in financial aid to help prepare you for that next step. But here's the question. Is college free? Is it? Well, whenever I ask audiences this questions, without a question, the answer is always no. In fact, there are some strong no's in the room. So we all agree that college is not free. I would be curious wherever you're at to know, how would you describe the cost of college? In just one word, how would you describe it? I've heard some very humorous and interesting responses to that. I've heard things like scary, terrible, awful, shocking. I've heard a lot of interesting words that describe the cost of college whenever I've asked this. But whenever you look at what Johnson cost, I believe that you are going to see a very affordable rate. One of the most affordable four-year private universities in the state of Tennessee.